They didn't have factories, they didn't have forges, they didn't even have steel. And yet they made a knife that could slice clean through leather, bone, and even modern rope. Have you ever wondered how ancient people survived without the tools we take for granted? No metal, no electricity, no machines, and still. They built civilizations, hunted dangerous animals, and carved out entire lives in the harshest environments. One of the most fascinating examples, the obsidian blade sharper than surgical steel, crafted using nothing but stone, fire, and knowledge passed down by generations. It all started with volcanic glass. Obsidian is formed when lava cools rapidly, creating a rock with a smooth, almost mirror-like surface. But beneath that glossy exterior lies an unexpected secret. Our ancestors discovered something extraordinary. When fractured correctly, obsidian breaks into incredibly sharp edges finer than anything we can produce with modern steel. Some of these blades are so sharp, surgeons have tested them in lab settings and confirmed that they make cleaner cuts than scalpels. But this story isn't about science, it's about survival. Picture a lone figure kneeling beside a river, holding a chunk of black stone. He strikes it with a harder rock, carefully chipping the edges. Not at random, but with skill, with purpose. Each tap shapes the blade, each flake revealing the future tool hidden inside the stone. His fingers are bloodied, his hands steady. This isn't art, it's life or death. That blade will cut meat, strip bark, carve weapons, and defend against threats. Imagine being in their shoes, facing a world without guarantees. A world where food isn't delivered to supermarkets, but must be hunted or grown. Where shelter isn't a house, but a cave or a hut made with your own hands. Where safety isn't a phone call away, but something you must provide for yourself. In that world, skills aren't just hobbies, they're lifelines. They're the difference between survival and struggle. And that's where the obsidian blade comes in. It's more than just a tool. It's a testament to human ingenuity, the triumph of knowledge over adversity. It's proof that, with nothing but rocks and determination, you could shape a tool sharper than anything modern industry could produce. But it's not just about the sharpness. It's about how it was made, the process of turning a rough stone into a lethal weapon. Our ancestors didn't have access to advanced equipment or high-tech materials. They worked with what nature provided, using the properties of obsidian to create a tool that would have been impossible to manufacture even today. They understood that by striking the stone in just the right way, they could expose the sharpest edge possible. They experimented, they learned, and they passed down their knowledge through generations until it became an art form, a tradition, a necessity. And the end result was something truly remarkable. A blade so sharp it could slice through leather, bone, and even modern rope. It's hard to imagine a world where those things couldn't just be cut with a simple tool. But that was the world our ancestors faced, and they didn't just survive, they thrived. They used the obsidian blade to hunt, to defend themselves, and to build their societies. They traded these blades, they passed them down as heirlooms, and they used them to create works of art. And the most shocking part, even with today's technology, still can't match the sharpness of a freshly struck obsidian edge. The edge is only 3 nanometers thick. For comparison, a razor blade is over 10 times thicker. Think about that. Without factories, without blueprints, they achieved cutting precision beyond modern manufacturing. It's easy to look at these ancient blades and dismiss them as relics of the past, remnants of a time before we had better tools, but that would be a mistake. These blades weren't just tools, they were lifelines. They were the key to survival in a world that offered little more than struggle and hardship. They represent a level of skill and craftsmanship that's all the more remarkable for being achieved without the aid of modern technology. But the story of the obsidian blade is more than just a tale of survival. It's a story of human ingenuity, the ability to take something as simple as a rock and turn it into a tool that can change the course of history. It's a reminder that we shouldn't underestimate the skills and knowledge of our ancestors. They may not have had our fancy equipment, but they had something just as valuable: deep understanding of the natural world and the courage to use that knowledge to improve their lives. We often look back and think of ancient people as primitive, but the truth is, they were engineers, scientists, and survivalists. They didn't have Google, they had grit. They didn't have metal, they had innovation. So the next time you hold a kitchen knife or flip open a multi-tool, remember, someone thousands of years ago made something just as deadly and just as precise using nothing but stone and skill. The thing is, throughout history, there have been countless individuals who have displayed incredible skill and craftsmanship using only rudimentary tools. Consider the following examples. The otlot, a simple tool used by ancient hunters to enhance their spear-throwing abilities, has been found to be remarkably effective even against modern javelins. Despite its seemingly primitive design, the otlot has proven to be a powerful tool, allowing users to achieve greater accuracy and distance. Similarly, traditional bows and arrows, often crafted with materials like wood and stone, have demonstrated remarkable precision and power. Skilled archers have used these simple tools to hunt game and defend their communities for centuries. Moreover, ancient fishing techniques using materials like bone and wood have proven successful in catching a variety of fish species. These techniques, developed through observation and trial and error, have stood the test of time and continued to be used by fishermen today. The bow and drill, a basic tool used for creating holes in various materials, is another example of a rudimentary tool that has proven highly effective. Using nothing more than a bow and a drill made from materials like bone or wood, ancient craftsmen were able to create intricate designs and functional objects. These examples demonstrate that what we may consider primitive tools were often the result of countless hours of experimentation, observation, and adaptation to the environment. These tools were not merely simple or primitive, but represented the best solutions available to ancient humans using the materials and knowledge at their disposal. In many cases, these tools have stood the test of time and continue to be used today because they are effective, efficient, and well suited to their intended purposes. So the next time you come across an ancient tool or technique, take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the people who created them. Their ability to use simple materials to solve complex problems is a testament to the human spirit of innovation and the power of knowledge and skill. If this kind of lost knowledge fascinates you, you're not alone. Drop a comment below if you've ever tried making your own blade or if you'd like us to show how one is made in the wild. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Forgotten Path, because sometimes the smartest tools were the ones buried in history.